All right, a video I've been meaning to make again forever, especially for you guys, but now summer's, spring, warmer weather's approaching. I want to get this out there. Part of the tips series, and just because some stuff I've seen floating around now that I've grown so much, I get a lot of comments in and want to address this topic properly. Most of you guys know how to do this, but a lot of you guys are getting new into these heavy naturals. You're going from the designers to, man, I want to try this stuff out, and are. But as the heat comes, this is so very important, especially if you're dropping dollars on, stuff like these two. Even the Hyde one, all naturals especially more than designers, but the smaller companies. Let's get into this real quick. So designers and bigger companies with bigger distribution, they have testing labs that they actually put their perfumes through tests for heat, like weather in Dubai and hot summers constantly. They literally put their roses and everything in tests like that and make sure they'll survive and have a shelf life of a few years. To my knowledge, these don't. I haven't reached out to the perfumers. I don't have time, and I don't spend. These are just too much to take a chance on, anyways. These are all natural perfumes. Emperor Hind, the Insar Ouds, Arijas are really heavy naturals in them. Most of my perfumes have really heavy naturals in them, and they're smaller perfume niche houses, indie houses that don't have that ability to test it. So here we are, taking care of these fragrances. Here in the Northwest, a lot of houses, especially if you buy the cool older ones, don't have AC in them. Fortunately, I do have it, but a lot of people don't. So, we have 1 or 2 weeks out of the year where we get the 90-degree weather or above, a couple 100-degree days also. You can't let your fragrances be in those temperatures, period. If you're in that situation in the world and have nice perfumes, worst case scenario, get a cooler and put them on ice, and put plastic bags over them for those couple weeks. I'm dead serious. These are expensive. That's a cheap method. If you're spending this much on perfume, get a wine fridge. Literally get a wine fridge, put your perfumes in there. Or, get an extra fridge in your garage. You can get a fridge for like $400 now. That's half of this price to save this. These will spoil in heat. So keep that in mind. I bring this up. I know there's a couple bad bottles going around. People are like, this smells so rancid. I myself have had oils go rancid because I've had them. I just didn't put them in the air conditioning. Didn't even think twice about it. And it was small little jars. But it was, you smell it and you're like, oh my goodness, and I'm like, can I still use it? No, you can't. The smell is the smell. It'll always be there. Once it goes bad, it goes bad. There's no going back. You can save them forever, age them forever, but you have to keep them under 80 degrees. That's a minimum. Obviously, skin comfort and whatnot, if you can, most people, businesses and whatnot, 73 and below. But you just want to shoot this. And then no light. Light is your enemy. Sunlight is the enemy on these. So make sure that most people have common knowledge who buy this stuff. But if you don't, make sure no direct light is on the juice at all. Darkest possible place. You don't want them stored in your bathroom because of the humidity of the shower and bathtub. Anywhere with humidity in your house, you don't want. If you live in high humidity areas, again, you know how your perfumes perform, but it's almost like with my cigars, I have to buy a humidifier. For your perfumes, if you live in those areas, you probably want to buy a dehumidifier. They're cheap. I'm just saying. So that's what it is. The tips series on storing, taking care of it as the heat comes up. Really, if you guys, took the dive on any of these and own them in your collection, there is a process of taking care of these beautiful naturals. Unfortunately, they don't get the shelf life that synthetics do. So, point of the video, yes, a very important one. I usually don't have this tone, but I really don't want you to lose your investments in these juices. As me, something I worry about every time the heat turns up. I'm like, what if my AC goes out, whatnot? Make room in the fridge, whatnot. I mean, again, you guys know the price tags on these. All right, tip video from Therapeutic Fragrance. I'm Brandon. Everyone, you guys be blessed.